Hey everyone, happy Monday, day after the Super Bowl, off the Real Sports with Bert Beiswanger. Uh, Mentioning amongst a couple of us yesterday, good idea. Um, the Monday after the Super Bowl should just be paired with President's Day because a lot of people get President's Day off anyway. So why not pair that and make the day after the Super Bowl a holiday officially? Which, frankly, it probably should be. But nonetheless, what I feared would be the case is true. The game, too much Seattle. I'm really bummed that there's a couple things in the sports world I didn't take advantage of this week to make a little to make some pizza money. One was the from day one 2 weeks ago when the line came out that the Seahawks were favored by 4.5. I thought, well, that's pretty good actually. I'd take the Seahawks up to 7 points, a touchdown, but suffice to say, I just didn't see it. Look, there's a reason that everyone had suspicion about the Patriots, and the fact of the matter is they had the easiest strength of schedule um, in quite a long time, documented NFL history, and uh, and they probably had the easiest path to the Super Bowl you're ever going to see. They played the Chargers, who'd had no offensive line, completely decimated. Uh, they played, let's see, they beat the Texans. CJ Stroud looked lost. Texans, bunch of injuries. Uh, Patriots were not good. Drake May had 4 fumbles that game. They recovered two. Um, the Patriots were just less worse than the Texans were. And then the Denver Broncos game, when Denver completely botched that game, coaching and a stupid play by backup quarterback Stidham, and the fact is they got to play in Denver against a backup quarterback for the AFC Championship. Drake May had 85 yards rushing. I know weather was a factor. 85 yards passing. I know weather was a factor. So anyway, you add all this together, and it just didn't make any sense. I personally think that I think the Rams were a little bit better of a team than the Seahawks, but that's splitting hairs. The fact of the matter is that we said it. Those are probably the two best teams in the league, the Seahawks and the Rams, in my opinion. And that was the Super Bowl, and that was a dogfight. And those teams played 3 times, and it was down to the wire every time, just racking up yards and what have you. So I think the Rams would have clobbered the Patriots as well. And I think the Seahawks, I was just surprised at how dominant, really. And I know there's a lot of out there on Drake May and his shoulder, and that's understandable because some of his throws were just horrific. Again in the pocket, he got clobbered. He lost the ball a couple more times. He set an NFL playoff record for fumbles by a quarterback. And but even when he had time, I mean, just complete overthrows, underthrows, behind, you name it. Wasn't good. So anyway, boring Super Bowl. Seahawks won. They deserve to win, obviously. We can close the book on the NFL season. I'm proud of myself. I avoided pretty much all Super Bowl talk all week, and that's hard as a sports person, someone who listens like a lot of talk radio and what have you. Definitely day of Super Bowl. I didn't turn that bad boy on until right before the game. I was watching an awesome golf tournament, WM Phoenix Open. That's the Waste Management Phoenix Open. For those who don't know what WM is, that's a rebranding of Waste Management. They've been on that for a while. But anyway, um, great tournament. Lots of back and forth. Scotty Scheffler, 3 over first round. He shoots a good second round. He's -3 within 5 strokes of the lead. Lots of money came in on him to win it. He fell a stroke short. And overall, it was just an awesome way to spend a Sunday. 16th hole, the famous 16, the stadium hole. There's a lot of stadium holes at that course now, but yeah, the enclosed 16. DraftKings does a fun thing where each group comes through. You can bet closest to the pin, and there's a separate channel on ESPN for just the 16th hole, so you can watch each group. It's what we did. It's fun. It's fun. just $1 here and there on closest to the pin, watching each person turn on tee off, and what a way to spend a pre-Super Bowl Sunday. So, and the tournament was good too. So that hats off golf. You entertained me all day long. That's what I was looking for. When I see pregame coverage pop up at 11 and 1, I have no interest in that whatsoever, especially just the Patriots being in it again. Just didn't interest me. So anyway, awesome. And bonus this year, the Winter Olympics. And that's, I've watched as much as I can. Love the mic. By the way, the new thing in sports, ESPN's done it, and now they're doing it on Peacock, the multi-screens. So if you have a big enough TV and do the multi-screens, that's cool. The curling multi-view channel, fantastic. 4 matches at a time, riveting stuff. They're just in mixed doubles right now, but we still got a long ways to go in the Olympics. So the curling multi-view, good. Luge, awesome. Speed skating, awesome. Love the Winter Olympics. I'm going to watch as much as I can. And we did this weekend as well, and so that's awesome, and we like that. The multi-view for the golf, too. They didn't have it on the weekends, but ESPN Plus did a multi-view on golf. So you had the main feed, you had the 16, you had DraftKings had their own kind of like studio show feed, if you will, with the match going on, and then I don't know, there's some featured groups or whatever. Awesome. I love it. I'm gonna have to get some bigger TVs to work with these multi-views, but suffice to say, I love it. Good weekend. I'm glad football's over. I'm tired of how quiet football weekends have become, especially in the playoffs. All these sports try to avoid it, and it leaves a big gap in the sports schedule. Winter Olympics helped a lot, and a good golf tournament helped a lot. So we're loving that. All right. Pacers, man, this team can't. We're going to await news on Johnny Furphy. Knee injury yesterday. Didn't look good. Furphy's been playing awesome. Tyrese Halliburton said going into the season that Johnny Furphy would be one of the most improved and not most improved player on the team. 6'9", can shoot, can put it on the floor. Huge finisher at the rim. And I just think you're starting to see, the depth of this team with some younger pieces and say, oh, okay, lose a Benedict Mathurin, Johnny Furphy's going to come in. Different players, but nonetheless, you see the depth there a little bit. Man, I hope he's okay. If it's an ACL, the Pacers are going to be close to just. It's not as easy to say, when Tyrese Halliburton comes back, they'll be right where they used to be. No, they won't. For various reasons. Miles Turner's gone, right? Benedict Mathurin's gone. You might lose a lottery pick this year, depending on where it lands. And so it's not easy. You get Zubac, all right? You get Zubac, a legit center. That's cool. I'm just saying, you just don't flip the switch and assume that everything's going to be back to normal, because these are different teams, and some of these young pieces like Furphy, I think will play an important rotational role at least moving forward. You just hope for the best, because we're already in February. So if it's an ACL, that's not a quick thing. It's better than it used to be, but it's not a quick thing for a basketball player to come back from. We'll see. I don't know. Pacers just keep losing, and let's get that top four pick, that protected top 4 pick. Because you know what I don't want to happen? I don't want this thing to become the 7th pick, and the Pacers lose that pick. So now you trade Mathurin, you lose a 7th pick, and a first rounder next year, by the way. 2 first rounders. So, and maybe someone like Thomas Houck from Florida is around that 7-8 range. 6'9", can shoot, can finish, athletic. Houck is just probably one of the most underappreciated players in the country. And basketball people, the diehards, the Jimmy Dykes of the world, Jay Billis, they wouldn't say that. They know. They know Florida and they know Thomas Howard. But I just don't think he's talked about. You know, it's always talking about these hot 4 players in the draft and a huge drop off. I don't know, man. I think Thomas Howard is going to be better than at least one of those players long term. I think he's going to kill it in the NBA. I would hate to see the Pacers miss out on a player like that because they could not get the 5 through 9 picks protected anyway. All right, NFL season's over. I'm not mad at that. Let's move on. College basketball, road to the Kentucky Derby, golf heating up, players and catchers reporting for baseball, World Baseball Classic coming up in a month. There's plenty. There's no reason to sit around for 6 days a week and talk football 7 days a week now in the off season and talk football. There's none. I don't want to know about the odds and the futures of teams and over unders and blah 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 next year. Who cares? Let's move on, folks. Lots of good stuff out there. Get a leg up on the week. It's warming up. We're going to be up to 50 degrees here in Indianapolis, Fishers specifically. So we like that. And you guys have a good day.